Welcome back, my Trucking with Jazz fam. I know y'all gonna be like, Jasmine, you've been sitting down busting videos down. You wanna know why? Because I ain't gonna sit here and change my clothes and put on like I went somewhere else. Baby, I sat down in a one session and I'm jotting down all the things that you guys need to know to be successful as a truck driver, as individuals that just want financial freedom, that wanna get from one step to the next step. Okay, we ain't talking about step 1 to 10. We talking about step 1 to 2. All right, so y'all stick with me. So this video is gonna be things to put in place for financial freedom. All right, I have some of these things in place, have the ball rolling, and I'm just trying to, I don't be trying to put all my business out there, ain't trying to put all my finances out there. I don't want nobody coming taking my head off. All right, I am not rich. I am just comfortable, and I want to be a little more comfortable. All right, so step one for me is making sure you have an income, whether it, I'm gonna say the lowest of low. If you work in McDonald's, if you out here you a janitor, and I'm not saying that those are low jobs. I'm saying when you got to start from the bottom and come up. Okay, my first job was at the Overtown Youth Center, and I was a youth worker. I enjoyed it. All right, my check every 2 weeks for 400, and a sister made it do what it do. I had to get my siblings school clothes, so I did it. Yeah, I got it. My first year as a youth worker. Okay, so with that being said, make sure y'all have y'all an income. We all passionate about different things. We feel like, hey, I want to be a truck driver. Some may want to be a singer. Some may want to go to school, be an accountant, whatever it is. Just have your income. All right, that's the first thing. Second thing, have you a bank account, not a net spend, not an all access. I get it. Sometimes we sit here and be like, dang, it's a lot of, you know, um, like a lot of things that come with having a bank account, especially depending on which company you go with. I, especially if you're starting off, I say go with a credit union. Starting off, ain't nothing wrong with that. Look, it's low to put the money in, say a $5 deposit. Outside of the deposit, okay? It's not no maintenance fees on you. A certain amount. If you want a savings account, you gotta have $500 in every time. Like, look, maybe you had to take $50 out, and now you about to get hit because you couldn't transfer that $50 back. The keep the maintaining the 500 every day, and then some have every day they hitting you with a fee five. Like that could be taxing, that could be stressful. A lot of us, and I'm speaking for me, I'm not gonna say a lot of black people, I'm gonna say a lot of us out here have not came from households where we was disciplined in this stuff at all, that did not receive an allowance to know how to manage money, that did not know anything about money and money management, credit, until we got in college, started learning. Like, I was going to the Overtown Youth Center. We didn't have a finance class. We didn't have a cursive class to sign a check. We didn't. Was that their responsibility? No, but thinking back on it, I'm like, shoot, we should have had a class like that, because that was something that we should have been budgeting, saying, okay, you made $600 and your rent in your mom's house is $300. And you know what? And you got to contribute to the light bill, and that's $50. So you got the 3 and the 50. You get what I'm saying? You got your cell phone bill, that's the 25. Because back at the end of the day, Metro was with the 25 to 45. We was low, so they should have been helping us out with that. But that was something that we did not get. I did not get taught at home, and I learned about majority of the things I know now from school, internet, and life experiences. Okay, back to it. So a bank account you need to have, and like I stated, I prefer credit unions start you off. All right, you got the big ones. You look at when you ready to transition into the big ones. I know when we picking banks, we always thinking about like how accessible they are. Do they give you your money right away? Is there holes on it? Like, you want to look at all that. If you're not thinking about that, you should be thinking about that. How do you need to use your money? How you need, how, like, the access, how much you can withdraw. Do it allow you to increase it? Do you got to call them? Can you increase it from your phone? Like, some banks, especially credit unions, don't be up to date like that, because they really like doing things slow. They be quick to be like, look, I don't want to lose your money. And I get it, because the bigger banks, they be letting your money out and be telling you. Also, just a quick note, if you get a bigger bank, and let's start saying you making that bank, if that bank only FDIC only insure $80,000, you bet not have no doggone 200,000 over there. I'm just letting you know. You make sure whatever bank you banking with, you only putting up in there what they insure. Okay, we ain't losing money over here. Just a fruitful thought. All right. Okay. So the next thing is, we said the bank account. We said have an income. The third thing is monthly expenses, monthly expense check-ins, right? So we need to be doing budgets. We need to be looking at how much money we got coming in after taxes. We need to be writing down what all bills we got to pay. That's a need. The need is the most important thing. Besides the one, I want to go to the concert, the need. The phone bill, that's a need. That don't mean go get a Verizon, baby. Maybe you got to be with Metro, because the $60 is way better than that $200. Priorities. Getting the priorities straight, guys. Like, you can't be successful trying to be cutting corners. No. No, no, no. No robbing Peter to pay Paul. I done been there, done that. That is a stressful life to live, and you don't want to live that. All right? So making sure you have monthly expenses, in your checking. Like, it need to be able to have a budget, and that kind of money need to be sitting in your account to come out your account to pay. Okay? Accumulate $2,000 in your savings. If you can do more than that. But if you can have $2,000 sitting there in your savings, like as a little cushion, especially starting off, like, that's cool. That's good, because we be needing a little rainy day, little money. A lot of people, they paycheck to paycheck, and it's like, dang, like, you don't even got no savings to go to. We gotta have us some savings. You just need to pull 100. Don't try to go. That's your rainy day. So that means it ain't no every day. It ain't no every week I gotta go up in the, no, we said a rainy day. Okay, you need to have a savings account. Which, if it was up to me, you need to have a savings account and a rainy day account. But slow steps. Like I said, step 1 to step 2. Step number 5. Credit cards with your monthly expenses. Now, what do I say by that? If your monthly expenses for your household, let's use me as an example, I say like $3,000. That's on the high end, because my monthly expenses is not that. If I was to break it down for you, guys would be like, girl, you live it like you only got to pay no more than $2,000, and it may be less than that if I don't add no credit cards. Like, if I don't have 0 credit card debt, it's like $1,500. I'm just saying. But we ain't gonna talk about that. So let's just say, if you're in your monthly income with your insurance, your I don't know, your rent, your lights, your phone bill, your food, your little gas money, and a little miscellaneous money came up to like $2,500 for the month. Have a card, at least one. If you can, have a card that can absorb your monthly expenses. Because the thing is, if you don't got to touch your money, you touch your money to pay it. But if you don't got to touch your money, and you could be in a position where your card, your rent come off the card, right? Your lights on automatic pay. Your phone bill on automatic pay on that card. All you doing is using that card see that you're using it. Every month you paying the whole amount back, because the money there. You transfer that money over. It get paid. And then, hey, the creditor's like, oh, she know how to pay. She using it, she know how to pay. Because the whole thing is, you need to be able to use it, you need to know how to pay. Now, where you ain't getting caught with all them interest and stuff is making sure that you pay it, and not be in a situation where you paying this high interest because you taking forever to pay it, all right? All right, so having a credit card that can absorb your monthly expenses, all right? Once you're able to do that, also, quick little note, when you want to increase your credit, don't ask for a credit increase, especially if you don't need it and you're just trying to do this little hack, right? What you do is go into your income portion, your monthly income portion. Say you had $90,000. Don't go and put $150,000, because not everybody jump up like that, and that'll make the system like, we don't know about that. But so that they don't do a hard pull by you requesting for them to change your credit, you just go and increase your income. Like, if you was making $100,000, put that you make $115,000. Like, that's your monthly increase. Then it will, within a month, go through the system, check and do a little check-in, of course, on your credit. Like, oh, okay, she made a little more money. And then they'll send you like, hey, we offer letter, not an offer letter, but like a letter, or it'll say like, hey, go read this email. They send some communication, and you'll see that they increase your limit. So keep that in mind. Um, so for those people that's in the high yield savings club, okay, that's you usually don't do high yield savings with like $2,000 stuff. That's like, let's say like $10,000. Like let's say you in that position, you've been saving for over a year to, let's just say you at the 2 year mark, and you got some extra little money. You've been trucking like me. You got some extra money cushions set aside. Then you go and you go open an account like that. Maybe they give you 6% on your money, but you go and put $10,000 down, and let that sit in an account for a certain period of time, or get you some compound interest accounts. Look for stuff like that that allow you to get interest off the money you put in, and then they add in more interest. Like they pay you more, which is two times. Basically, it's two times payment, and then they just reinvest your money over and over. You do it for like 5 years, or you do a 10-year account. It's up to you. At the end of the day, you set yourself up how you want to set yourself up. You could do like a kind of high yield saving, like an account where you can put $500 in every month up into 12 months, and then let that money sit for 10 years. Maybe start off where you put $500 for 12 months, and you set that account up for 5 years, so you can touch that in 5 years. Whatever it grew to, you pull your few dollars out that you may need, and then put the rest back in. And then do you another account. So let's say you did one account, $500 for 12 months. You set that up for 5 years. You don't touch that account. Then after you did that year, the following year you go and do another 500, and then you set that one up for 10 years where you don't touch it. It grow money on it. It's through the bank, and it's just building, building, building. And then you have something where in 5 year, a variant, you get what I'm saying, like interval, you go and touch that in 5 years. And then 10 year, as you touch the 5 year, you're like, okay, I got another 5 year. You reinvest this 5 year because you got a 10 year that's going to be coming up in 5 years. Like, it's all up to you on how you want to do it, guys. But like, we got options. Sit down with a financial banker. Don't be afraid to ask questions and see how you can grow generational wealth and access to funds, to means. Okay. All right. Another one is like opening a Roth RA investment. If you can invest $500 in that. Look, I'm not saying go spend all your money investing in stocks, because it's nothing wrong with putting some money into it, having a little faith. I won't say it's volatile. We know it can be, especially depending on how you move in, what you investing into. If you're not really sure about that, like I said, speak with a banker. They can invest for you. And like, make sure you're doing your index and stuff. Make sure you do the right stuff. Invest in the right stuff, and make sure you're paying attention to it. Get some education on it. Make sure that the bank that you're doing it with, like, they educating you on it and not just doing it for you, because you want to know where your money going at. How often can you go into it without being penalized? What's the penalty if you do go into it? Just a lot of different things that you should be asking. The last thing is opening up a life insurance policy, like a whole life, and growing from there. If you can, look, opening a life policy, a whole life policy, like a lot of people, me growing up, I always thought policies was just about when a person died. Never knowing that, hey, it's money that you can tap into if you need it. How you can really like upscale that policy with other family members, and you grow generational wealth, and you access money and build things, businesses with it. Like, I'm learning about that stuff now. It's crazy. I'm 32, and it's crazy to know, like, we just tapping into this, just even as a culture, as Black people, like, just finding this stuff out and tapping into it. It's sad that, like, it's either been in books or, like, other people that been gaining from it haven't been spread and talk about it. I'm very thankful for social media and people being on here, expressing, telling you how to do it. Of course, I don't just take what they say. I go and see, after they talk about it, call up some insurance places and verify how you could do it, this, and that. Like, tell them the plans that I have, and, like, really strategize and figure out what's the correct way of doing things. Because a lot of people will tell you things, but they don't tell you how to correctly apply it. And if you don't know how to apply it, it's like, You can know the information, but not knowing how to apply, like, it's wasting your time, wasting your money. You just need to do the right things. So this is it for the video of, like I said, things to put in place to create financial freedom. I really, like I said, I'm in some of these steps, lower steps now, meaning like step 6, 7, and 8. I do have a policy. I did open a Roth RA account. So like I have some things in place, and it's just slow and steady, guys. Don't get overwhelmed. Take things at your own rate. Don't, put yourself with other people and be like, oh, well, they're doing this, so X, Y, and Z. Like, be smart in the sense of standing on your business, standing on what it is that you want to do. Create steps that make sense for you. So at the end, you can check that box and say, I did this. You get what I'm saying? You not competing against nobody but self. I'm out here on YouTube, and I'm competing against myself. Being consistent, getting up, showing you guys good information, and just sharing parts of my life with you guys, and I'm just hoping you guys enjoying it. Thank you guys again for subscribing. Like, comment, share, and please drop a heart if you like the video. And also, if you guys want to see something in particular, know something in particular, want me to call, research for you, and give you the information, like, let me know in the comments. Thank you guys again so much for watching my videos, and I really appreciate it. I'm out.